Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we have game 3 against the Reds coming up. We've split the games so far, so this is to take the series, which we've not lost a series yet, though I don't want to say we've been struggling, because obviously when you're 30-4, you're not struggling. But a lot of those losses have come lately. So we'll see. I think this one is more of a toss-up. We do have the regular lineup in, which I think both times the Reds have beat us, it's been with the bench guys in. For whatever that means. Well, once was Zap on the mound, who's, our spot starter. Maybe you can write that one off. The other one was against, I think it was Jonathan, who hadn't given up a run all year, and they scored 3 against him, so you can't pretend like it was, playing against some AAA team or something. Speaking of, here's Jonathan on the mound here. And Shao is going to lead it off for the Reds. And the first pitch is out of the zone. The second one is called a strike. Shao didn't care for the call. It's another called strike, makes it 1-2. This pitch just a bit outside. 2-2. Called strike 3, fastball right down the middle. Not sure what else he wanted. So here's Norris Hopper. He'll start off with the fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss on a palm ball for strike 3. 2 up, 2 strikeouts. Here comes Derek Lee, who has been certainly better this year than he was at the start of last year. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment, though. Lee's going to put a big charge into this one. Deep part of the field, but I don't think it's going to matter. Sneaks over the wall at 426 feet, which tells you how deep that wall is. His 8th home run of the year, and the Reds take an early 1-0 lead. And apparently we don't get to see a replay of that, even though that was an impressive shot. The wall in that gap goes back to 424. And honestly, if he'd hit it any further into the gap rather than more into center field, I'm not sure it would have made it over the tall wall. But he put it where it needed to be. Speaking of, Adam Dunn goes down on 3 straight pitches. So that will end the inning. 1 hit that goes over the fence for 1 run. Kester's going to lead it off for the Reds. They have Aaron Harang on the mound. Otherwise, looks to be the same lineup that we have seen all year. First pitch in there for a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. This will go right to Ibar for the first out of the inning. Here is Marvin. He will bat left-handed. First pitch, a slurve to the outside corner. Guess you'd call that a backdoor slurve. Well, that one didn't quite make it back to the plate. Line drive into left field, but it does drop in front of Dunn. I thought he would have the play, but it does get in there for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out for Chief. Takes a slightly elevated fastball for a strike, and then swings and misses at a high changeup. Hits this one, that'll get through the left side of the infield, so that'll put 2 runners on with only 1 out. And Terry coming to the plate. I really ought to go check in on the home run race, because Terry was leading it, and that's unusual for our team. But he hasn't hit one in a while, so I kind of doubt it's still true. He gets a base hit through the left. That's going to load the bases for Frank. Still only 1 out. First pitch in there for a strike. That slurve too low. Frank swings and misses, makes it a 1-2 count. Ground ball to first. They throw home. They get the force out there. That's the only out the Reds get, but it is an important one. 2 away. Bases still loaded. Tom at the plate. The Reds still holding on to a 1-0 lead. First pitch is called a strike. So is the second pitch. Tom, has not offered either. Swings and misses here, and Aaron Harang gets out of a major jam, which obviously always a good idea if you're the pitcher, but it also preserves the Reds' 1-0 lead. They will start off with Edwin Encarnacion at the plate in the second inning.
Number 28, Edwin Encarnacion.
Jonathan starts him off with a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. Swing and a miss on a palm ball. Slider, another swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 down. Here's Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips, second baseman.
Backdoor curve that didn't quite get to the door. And fastball up and away. Jonathan definitely working away in this at-bat. Comes over the plate this time and gets a strike down at the knees. Palm ball also called a strike, makes it 2-2. Phillips yet to swing the bat. Does so here. He is behind on that fastball for the second out of the inning. Here's Eric Ibar. Gets started off with the palm ball, but it's too far inside. Jonathan tries it again, and this time it's too low. Curveball also well out of the zone. It's 3-0. There's a curveball in there for a strike. Ibar taking all the way. Slider too far inside, and that is the first walk of the game.
26, David
So
Ross.
here's David Ross. He gets a ground ball towards the middle. Kester will glove it and get it over to first, and that will end the top of the inning. Reds still leading 1-0. The Squirrels will start off with Zach in the bottom half of the inning.
Number 31, Williams, right.
First pitch to Zach is too far inside. Sorry, I just got an email about my credit card. I did not realize. Somehow missed the news that Capital One acquired Discover. Although I've not used that card in a long time, so I don't really care. Anyway, Zach has a full count. Pops this one up in foul ground. David Ross makes the play. 1 down. Joey at the plate now. He will look at strike 1. The pitch is up and out. And this one too low. It's a 2-1 count. There's a called strike. 2-2. Sun just a bit outside. We've got another full count. And Joey will draw the first Squirrels walk of the game. Jonathan at the plate. 1 away. Runner on first. Takes a strike. Now there goes the bunt. That's what I figured would happen. Gets down, and it's right on the line. So that will move Joey into scoring position on that successful sacrifice. Now we just need Kester to come through with a base hit. First at bat, he ground out to Ibar, I do believe. He's got a 1-1 count in this at bat. That changeup bounces in to make it 2-1. Slurve stays high, 3-1. That one pretty hittable, but Kester lets it go. Full count, 2 outs, runner on second, and we get another ground ball to Ibar. So the Reds still lead 1-0 as we go into the third inning, though we are out hitting the Reds 3-1. Aaron Harang is going to lead things off for Cincinnati.
Number 39, Aaron Harang. Pitcher.
First pitch, a slider in there for a strike. Apparently Harang has hit a home run this year. So good for him. That slider bounces in. There's a called strike, 1-2. Grounds, this one foul. Apparently also hitting over 400. Don't know how many at-bats that is, but hits this ground ball to Chief. He'll take care of that for the first out of the inning. And here comes Shao. He struck out in his first at-bat. 1 of 5 strikeouts. Jonathan got the first time through the order. Gets the call on the inside corner on that pitch. Swing and a miss on the palm ball. And a ground ball to first for the second out of the inning. That will bring Hopper to the plate. He also struck out the first time up. Looks at a strike here. Swings and misses at the palm ball. Another swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the third. Reds still leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. The Squirrels will start off with Marvin at the plate. Marvin got a base hit in his first at-bat, but did not go further than third base. He is quickly down 0-2 in this at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Chief also with a single in the first inning. He'll take a strike over the inner half of the plate. Actually, a pretty hittable pitch. That changeup stays high. Also can't blame Chief for just not jumping on the first pitch he sees, though he grounds this one to second pretty harmlessly. 2 away. Here comes Terry, also with a single the first time up. They somehow did not score a run with all those hits, just ended up with bases loaded and nobody could cash in. He's got a 2-0 count to start this at-bat, so this you think would be a very hittable pitch. Indeed it is, but Terry just fouls it off. Hits this one with some authority, but pulls it foul. So it's now a 2-2 count with 2 outs and nobody on base. Terry swings at a slurve down and away, and that will end the third inning. Reds still leading 1-0 as we go to the fourth, where Derek Lee will lead it off for Cincy. Derek Lee with the only Reds hit today. Well, good news if you're a Reds fan, that hit went over the fence and stands as the lone run so far in this game. Lee with a 2-0 count in this at-bat. We'll look at a strike here. Curveball, popped foul. Tom giving chase, but he won't get there. 2-2. That fastball just outside. We've got a full count to start off the fourth. And there's a ground ball to first. Terry will take it himself for the first out of the inning. So here's Adam Dunn. He struck out on 3 straight pitches his first time up, and he starts off with the slider for a strike here. Palm ball also called a strike on the outside corner. Dunn hits this one, but another harmless ground ball to first. 2 away. Here is Edwin Encarnacion. He also struck out his first time up. Apparently, other than Derek Lee, the whole top half of the lineup struck out. But again, if you're going to be the only one to get a hit, it's a good idea to put it over the fence. Encarnacion with a 2-1 count. Here's a called strike. Make it 2-2. Called strike 3. That'll end the top of the fourth. Reds still leading 1-0. The Squirrels will start off with Frank at the plate. There's Frank. He gets credited with the ground out. It was really a force out at home, so probably more of a fielder's choice. But either way, gets a base hit up the middle to start off this inning. Here is Tom, who struck out in his first at-bat, and that let a very big scoring chance slip through the Squirrels' fingers. He grounds this one to third. They go to second with it, and that's the only out they get. No throw to first. So now here is Zach, who fouled out in his first at-bat. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch in there for a strike. Hits this one to Encarnacion on the fly. So now here's Joey, who drew a walk his first time up. 1 on with 2 outs now. And Frank takes off, and Tom rather. Forgot there was the ground ball there. He is pretty comfortably thrown out. He is quick for a catcher, but maybe not what I would have liked to have seen. So the Reds still up 1-0, despite getting out hit 4-1. We go to the 5th inning, where Brandon Phillips is at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. I didn't realize how many strikeouts he got in a row, Jonathan did the first time up. Or first time through, rather. Scott Phillips with a 1-1 count at the moment. Slider bounced in, and this one is put into left field for the Reds' second hit of the day, but thankfully for us, it'll stay in the yard. It is a leadoff double for Phillips, though. So Jonathan with some trouble to pitch around now in this inning. Here is Eric Ibar at the plate. He will look at strike 1 to start this at-bat. Swings and misses at a palm ball. Fastball right down the middle, and Ibar just lets it go by. 1 out. Here is David Ross. And he will look at a backdoor slider for a strike. Fastball to the inside corner. This fastball ground ball to short. Joey looks the runner back and goes to first. 2 big outs, and here is Aaron Harang, who is now no longer batting over 400 after he ground out to third in his first at-bat. Fouls the first pitch off. Grounds this one to second. Kester over to first, and that will get the Squirrels out of trouble. Reds still leading 1-0, though, as we go to the bottom of the 5th, where Joey will come back to the plate with a fresh count. First pitch this time is ground to second, and that will be the first out of the inning. So now Jonathan had a sac bunt in his first at-bat. He'll get a chance to really swing this time. Watches that fastball in the dirt. That slurve called strike 1. Fouled away, so that'll make it 1-2. Fouled off, he'll get another shot at it. Swings at an outside fastball for strike 3. 2 away, here is Kester. He has ground out both times so far. Looks at strike 1 on a slurve. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. That pitch misses inside, and another one low. Now it's 2-2. Too high. We've got a full count with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Harang watches this pitch get popped foul, so we will try it again. Goes with the fastball this time, and Phillips is able to grab it on the fly before it can get to the outfield. So still 1-0 Reds as we go into the 6th, where Shao will lead it off for Cincinnati. He is 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a ground out. So he watches that fastball be a bit outside. And that curveball inside, maybe low as well. Palm ball not in the zone. It's a 3-0 count. There's a called strike. Another called strike makes it a full count now. Jonathan goes with the palm ball, gets a swing and a miss. Shao strikes out for the second time today. Norris Hopper has already struck out twice today. And he'll look at a strike here. This Jonathan sitting at 9 strikeouts at the moment. Hopper with a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Pops it up. Jonathan makes the catch himself. 2 away. Here's Derek Lee, who is standing between Jonathan and his 10th strikeout of the day. Puts in a fastball for strike 1. Derek Lee also the reason why Jonathan in line for the loss at the moment. That slider did not make it back to the plate. Palm ball gets a swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. Another palm ball gets that 10th strikeout of the day, and that will end the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half. Reds still up 1-0, and the Squirrels will start off with Marvin. Marvin, 1 for 2 so far, struck out in his last at-bat, and he'll start off with strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one pretty hard. I don't think an outfielder's going to get there. It's going to roll a ways. Marvin will stop at second base with a leadoff double. So he gave that one a pretty good ride. I don't think he was ever going out of the park or anything, but well-placed ball into the gap. So here is Chief, runner in scoring position with no outs. He is also 1 for 2 as he looks at strike 1. Hits this one into the left center gap. That's going to tie this ball game. 1-1, an RBI single. And here is Terry, also 1 for 2 on the day. Still no outs in this inning. Chief over there on first. Ground ball that Derek Lee gets to second base. There is a return throw, but it's nowhere near on time. So we'll swap runners. 1 out for Frank, who got a hit in his last at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch in this at-bat. Swings and misses again to make it 0-2. Hits this one, but it looks like a double play ball. And it sure is. So it's now 1-1 as you go into the 7th. Adam Dunn coming up for the Reds, and Jonathan suddenly gets a 7th inning.
Number 44, Adam Dunn.
Dunn 0 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. I think just the 1 strikeout, though. I think he ground out to Terry, in his other at-bat, second at-bat. It's got a 1-2 count at the moment. Grounds this one to Kester slowly, but Kester with enough time to get the out. So here's Edwin Encarnacion with 2 strikeouts so far today. Looks at strike 1. That curveball stays outside. Called strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here is Brandon Phillips. He is 1 for 2. Had a leadoff double that Jonathan was able to pitch around earlier. He's got him down 0-2 here. Keeps on the gas and gets another swing and a miss. That will get us to the 7th inning stretch. Game tied at 1. Tom will lead off on the other side.
Please rise and join the singer.
All right, Tom to lead things off for the Squirrels. Harang also still in the game. I probably just need to stop messing with that cable before I accidentally cut off the recording. Tom down 0-2. Harang starting to wipe his brow. Which Jonathan was too. I don't remember if I noted that or not, but it was later in the inning than Harang was. Tom grounds out to Phillips. So here is Zach, who's 0-2 today. Foul out and a line out. Though not a super vicious line out, if I remember correctly. Hits another line drive. Edwin Encarnacion has to jump up and make a play, but he does so. So here's Joey. Base is empty with 2 outs. First pitch is outside. So if Joey gets out here, we are going to try real hard to get Jonathan through the 8th. And then we'll pinch hit, which looks like Joey's going to ground out to short. So that's what's going to happen. 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Reds. It's a game knotted at 1 as we go into the 8th. So Jonathan tired, but we'll see if we can get one more inning out of him. Ibar has walked and struck out so far, and he will look at strike 1 here. Little pop-up to Joey. That's a good, efficient out. So that'll bring David Ross to the plate, who has ground out in both at-bats so far today. He gets the ground ball on the first pitch, but it gets through for a base hit. I really thought Joey was going to get that. That's not what we want to see. The Reds go to the pinch hitter. Or no, they're going to go to pinch runner. Pickles coming into pinch run. They leave Harang at the plate. I imagine he'll be bunting now, but no sign of that yet. No, instead he's going to hit a ground ball back to Jonathan. Play is to first, so he might as well have just bunted. 2 away, runner on second for Shao, who is 0-3 today. Looks at strike 1. That fastball misses outside. And that's going to be a base hit into right, and here comes Pickles to score, and he will make it there. Throw went home, so Shao takes second, and now the Reds up 2-1. Well, we knew it was a risk leaving a pitcher running out of gas out there, and it did come back to bite us. Almost got there, 1 out away. See if he can get Norris Hopper here, even though he is definitely gassed now. Ground ball foul down the third base line. That palm ball is going to go into center field for another hit and another run. Might as well let Jonathan let his arm fall off now. Here's Derek Lee. He hit a home run back in the first. Swings and misses. That fastball not real close. Down in the dirt, makes it 2-1. Derek Lee shows bunt. Runner takes off, and he's thrown out, and that will get us out of this inning. So we made a gamble, and it did not pay off. It's how it works sometimes. Reds now up 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitcher spot due up. Redmond's going to come in to catch after Pickles came in to pinch run for David Ross. We're going to pinch hit Sweeney here. Harang's still wiping his brow. And Sweeney will look at a changeup for a strike. And that fastball down and away. Sweeney hits this hard into center field. Shao going back, and he will not catch up to it. So it's going to roll to the wall. Sweeney cruises in for a leadoff double. Gets it too hot, the wall there. That's going to be it for Harang. So here comes... oh, shoot. John Reinecker is going to come in to try to keep the Reds in front here. Kester 0-3 on the day. He's got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Changeup in there for a strike. Fastball popped up foul. Redmond waiting for it. And he makes the catch. So that will bring Marvin to the plate. He'll flip around right-handed. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. First pitch in there for a strike. That fastball down by Marvin's feet. Swings and misses at a changeup that I think would have been high. Sweeney takes off for some reason, and he is predictably thrown out. So now we got to strike him out, throw him out to bring us into the 9th inning. I am not sure that was the move there since we needed 2 runs, but here we are. So let's have Zap come in to pitch. I guess into Marvin's spot. And we will have Zach go to center, and we'll let Sweeney play right field. He's fast. He's got a good arm. He ought to be able to handle it out there.
Your attention, please. Now, pitch for Indianapolis. Number 23, Zap.
All right, Derek Lee now with the fresh count, starting off the 9th inning. Zap starts him off with the fastball, up and out. Breaking ball gets put into center field. Zach should have that, and he does. So here's Adam Dunn. He is 0 for 3, strikeout and 2 groundouts. That pitch is down and away. Breaking ball. Fastball up and in. Another up and in fastball makes it 3-0. That pitch is over for a strike. Dunn taking all the way. Swings at this one and pops it up foul. Tom waiting for it. And there's the second out of the inning. So here's Edwin Encarnacion. He has struck out in all 3 at-bats so far. That pitch is up and out. Fastball in there for a strike. Another pop-up into center, but I don't think Zach's going to get to that one. It will fall in for a base hit. Not a lot of those this year for Encarnacion. Brings Brandon Phillips to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with a double. Just watches that ball stay outside, probably low as well. There's a fastball for a strike. Changeup gets swung through, 1-2. So check over on first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Squirrels need 2 runs to stay alive. They do have the heart of the order coming up.
Your attention, please. Now,
All right, Jeff Karsten's coming in to try to get the save.
Karsten.
And here is Chief. He is 2 for 3 today. First fastball is outside. That one over the plate. 1-1. Changeup stays high, makes it 2-1. Oh, line drive, but right to Derek Lee. That's just unfortunate. So that'll bring Terry to the plate. I do believe he is 1 for 3. Now he's 2 for 4 as he puts that out into right center. 1 out single brings Frank to the plate. He is 1 for 3, though he did ground into a double play in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1 to open this at-bat. Fouls that one straight back to make it 0-2. So check over on Terry. Twice. Here he goes to the plate. Oh, a called strike 3 on a pitch I don't think I wanted Frank to swing at. Well, 2 away. Runner on first. Tom at the plate. That cutter low. That one's called a strike. Looked pretty similar to me. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Another check on Terry. You know, that run doesn't really mean anything. Gets a swing and a miss out of Tom, and the Reds take this series 2-1. Your final score today, Cincinnati Reds 3, Indianapolis Squirrels 1. Just needed one hit to come through in that first inning to score with the bases loaded. This would have been a different thing, but yeah, it works out that way sometimes. All right, Shao's going to be your player of the game for getting the go-ahead hit in the 8th. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. There is a game tomorrow. I don't remember where or against who, so it'll be a surprise for all of us then. We'll see you tomorrow.